Workflowy has recently updated their web clippers, and that's exciting news if you were a fan of the previous versions, because it allows you to quickly capture a bunch of information while you're on the web and put it anywhere in your notes. So if you didn't use the web clipper before, what it is, it's an extension if you're on Chrome, or they call it an add-on in Firefox that lets you clip things to Workflowy. So those things are text snippets and page links. It's available for Chrome or Firefox, and it also works with most Chromium browsers, so things like Brave, Edge, and Vivaldi. So what it's really great for is if you're doing any type of research across the web, you've got a bunch of tabs open, you're pulling snippets of information from different pages, or if you want to save a lot of links for later. So any type of research for work, for school, if you are trying to buy a new keyboard and you have a bunch of videos and comments and links open all over the place, you want to put all that information in one single location in your Workflowy notes, so you can take a look at it later. And if you're just also browsing the web, collecting interesting things to view, to read, to consume later. So now let's talk about installing and using it. If you're on Chrome or any of the Chromium-based browsers, you're going to go to the Chrome Web Store. If you're on Firefox, you're going to go to the Firefox add-ons page. You're going to search for Workflowy and pick the extension that is published by the Workflowy company. You're going to install it. There'll be an option to connect the extension to your Workflowy account. What that's going to do is generate an API key if you don't already have one and connect it to the extension. And lastly, you can just use it as is, or you can set your own custom shortcuts. So enough talking, let me actually show you how to do it. So first I'm going to show you how to do it on Firefox. I'm on the browser add-ons page. I'm going to type Workflowy, and it's going to be this first one here. As you can see, it's published by Workflowy. You're going to click on, it says remove for me because I've already installed it. You'll click install, and that's it. In the Chrome Web Store, we do the same thing. Just look for Workflowy, a couple of other ones in here. This is the one you want. As you can see, it's published by workflowy.com. And again, just click add to Chrome and it'll install it, and that's it. So once it's installed, you'll be able to go to the menu bar. I'm in Firefox right now. There's a specific extensions button, but I believe in Chrome, it's pretty much the same thing. You just click it to view all the installed extensions, and here you can mess with the settings. I'm going to click on preferences, and here is where we actually connect it to our account. This first step right here, you don't actually have to connect it to your account if you don't want to, but it's not going to automatically paste things in the account. So it will just clip things in a nice way, then you can paste them manually, but I prefer to use the cursor mode. So I'm just going to click on connect. It's going to open up my Workflowy account. And if you're not logged in, it'll ask you to log in, and it'll just do the connecting on its own, and that's it. So here we have a bunch of different options you can choose from: cursor mode and clipboard mode. Cursor mode allows us to have a Workflowy tab open and put our cursor anywhere in our account. And when we hit the keyboard shortcut, it will put whatever we have selected, whether that's an entire page or a snippet of text, and put it in our account wherever our cursor is. If you want to do that yourself, then you would click on clipboard mode, and it's not going to paste it anywhere. It's only going to copy it and format it in a nice way so you can just paste it yourself into Workflowy. So that's this first option right here. Next, we have a side-by-side view, which is still experimental, but you might be interested in that. What it is, you can either click here and it will spawn another browser window and put it next to this one. And you can have Workflowy on one side and then whatever you're researching or reading on the other side, so you can very quickly choose to clip things to different parts of your Workflowy account. I think this is probably where this setting makes the most sense. Depending on what browser you're on, there's also the option to split the screen. Some browsers support this, others don't, so your mileage may vary. Scrolling down a little further, we have the keyboard settings. Here's where you can set your own custom keyboard shortcuts. And then below that, we have the option to choose the position where the clipped snippet or link is going to go. It's either going to be inside of the item your cursor is on. This is only going to matter if you're on cursor mode, or it can be on the same level. And here we have a little preview of what that looks like in case it's confusing. So you can either put it on the same level where your cursor is, or you can put it inside where your cursor is currently located. There's also the option to go to Workflowy after clipping, and it works with either option, cursor mode or clipboard mode. I believe it's on by default. I like to turn it off because I'm fine with just sending things to Workflowy and not looking at it immediately. You can also choose the display format, so you can choose to use bullets instead of notes. I'm not sure what the default is here, but if you have it enabled, what it'll do is the content is going to be displayed as children of the node that it inserts. Below that, we have the create named links option, which just takes the title of the page and turns it into a link you can click, and it'll open up the page wherever you clip that content from. There's also this toast duration slider. That's a little message that pops up just to let you know when something has been clipped and where it's been clipped to. So this is the default amount. You can make it last longer if you want to, or you can completely remove it by setting it to 0. By the way, when you clip items, you also have the option to undo a clip if you accidentally copied something you didn't want to. And lastly, we have the option to view the last 4 characters of our API key if we happen to use more than one Workflowy account, or completely remove it if we don't want to use the extension anymore. So those are all the options. Seems like a lot, but it's honestly pretty simple. Once you settle on a workflow, I'm probably going to stick with it most of the time. So now let me show you how to actually use it after you've set your settings. I've opened up a couple of tabs, and now I'm going to go back to Workflowy for just a moment, because the way that it currently works is you have a Workflowy page open, and wherever your cursor is, if you're using the cursor mode, it's going to insert what you're clipping to wherever your cursor is. So for example, I'm going to go to my inbox. I'm going to put my cursor right here, and that's it. I'm free to browse now, and I'm going to show you what it looks like to clip some text. So just select the text. I've already got my keyboard shortcut set up. I'm going to hit the keyboard shortcut, and I get a little toast message that lets me know the item has been clipped and also where it's been clipped. So now if I go to that Workflowy page, you can see it's been clipped right here, and the title has been turned into a link. I can click to open up that page. If I expand, this is the text that I clipped. That's it, as simple as that. So that was just clipping one single piece of text. Let's try something else. This time, let's say I want to save the link for this page, not actually clip any of the text from it. So without selecting anything, I just hit the keyboard shortcut, and here's what that looks like in Workflowy. It's just taken the title of the page and turned it into a link. Here I am on a random article. There's another way to clip things to Workflowy. You select text, right click, and then you have the option to clip to Workflowy. So if you don't want to use a keyboard shortcut for whatever reason, that's another way to do it. And lastly, you can also clip multiple tabs at the same time. So here I am on this page, but I've got a bunch of other tabs open. Let's say I'm doing some research, looking at a bunch of different products. If I've got pages I want to save, maybe I want to look at them later. All I need to do is select all the tabs I want. That's going to depend on what browser you're using, and then just hit the keyboard shortcut. This time you'll get a message that lets you know you've clipped all those items. And if we go into Workflowy, you can see that they've all been clipped to wherever I had my cursor. And that's it. So now you have an additional way to capture information from the web into Workflowy, even from multiple tabs at the same time, just by installing the new and updated Web Clipper extension. So just something I found useful for myself that probably not a lot of people are going to know about. If you're someone like me that has Workflowy open in a tab pretty much all day long, this is going to slot in really nicely into that workflow of browsing the web while having Workflowy open. Now I can just quickly select some text, hit a keyboard shortcut, and I know it's going to be sent to where I have my cursor. So that just makes it really easy whenever I'm doing any type of research, or if I find an interesting link or a tweet and I want to save it for later, I just put my cursor where I want it to go, hit the keyboard shortcut, and it's saved in my notes. The link to the Chrome extension and the Firefox add-on are going to be in the description, so it's even easier for you to install. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss more interesting tips on Workflowy and just note-taking and capturing in general. So until then, I'll see you in the next one.